Good evening. Hello, we are back. We are live. Hope we are all well. My name is Martin. I'm your host, and I'm recharged, refreshed. Unlike my Wi-Fi, who I'm gonna have to sort out. I don't know what's going on with Wi-Fi again. It's dying of death. I just don't know what's going on. But yes, good evening. It is our monthly phone-in show where you get to come on and have your say, talk everything Manchester City Football Club, whether it is the news of Cheeky Bergenstein leaving and Hugo Viana from Sporting Lisbon to come in. That is now been confirmed, as we suggested at some point very early last week. There has been talk of Zubimendi. You want to talk about that potential signing happening in maybe January. There's also now been talk today, which I know City Extra tweeted out. If you were in the space, you got this early last week, at the end of the week, sorry. But you did get it early, is that the Khaldoon Al-Mubarak has said if Cheeky wants to spend some money, he can do as a going away present. He will still be allowed to go full guns ahead if he chooses to. So there you go. Don't forget, by the way, LB is now doing his show at 10:30. There is a redirect straight to his show at 10:30. So anyone who doesn't get on tonight and you do want to talk City, you can do over on It's LB. Good evening to everyone in the chat. Dash, FIFA, Andy Fowler's in the building. Adam Quinn is with us as well, as is Connor, as is PK. By the way, congratulations on winning the quiz over on 9320 Pubcast tonight. Spot on, mate, and I hope you do get well. Good evening to Harry, to everyone who's in the chat. Belly has gifted a membership nice and early. Thank you so much, mate. You are a legend, and everyone has called you that in the chat. That is exactly what you are, my friends. Thank you so much. Hope you are well. Quest is with us. Connor Rigby is with us, as always. Who else is with us? Steve Black. There you go. As always, the ever-present DC. Hope you are well. And America is doing you well. I can't speak since I've come back. John Grogan, hello. Nabil, good evening. Who else have we got? Who else have we got in the building? There's loads in. JB, how are you, mate? Matt Lundy's with us. Michael Davies with us. Teddy from the calling out the biased journals will make him a City man. Yeah, we'll see. Because it was a bit, I've got thoughts on it. It was a bit and ahhing. It was a bit and ahhing on it. I won't lie. Is Martin still in the hot tub? Nope, Martin is not in the hot tub. Dash has also gifted a membership. Thank you so much, mate. I haven't put Pep up yet because there is more, and I'm going to do it all together. Who else have we got? Blue Heart is with us in the house. Kathy is with us. How are you? It was called in. It was engaged. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, mate. How are you? Hope you are well. MCFC Crimea River 115 is in the building. Brandon Masters is with us. Hope you are well as well. Who else we got? Alpha is with us. Hallen is getting thrashed for one of Foster's take him off. No point being on the pitch. I'm not even watching it. I won't lie. Evening, Blue Goat. How are you? Jordy Toon for live. Good evening, lads. Foot the Premier League in the Red Cartel. Spot on, mate. Spot on. AK is with us as well. MCFC with the super chat. Thank you so much, mate, for your kind generosity. Good evening. Keep fighting the good fight against the rival mutants. Any update on Pep? Quote seem it's still up in the air. Also, there was a Portuguese publication that says Amorim is coming next summer. The paper was O Jogo. Very popular Portuguese media outlet, O Jogo. I've been told Amorim is on the list. And he's probably one of the favourites now to take over from Pep. There is a master plan behind all this. I would still edge on Pep staying. But we'll see. Because I don't, and I'll talk about it as we're going through, but I don't understand all the panic considering Pep always renews in November. This is not the first time, ladies and gents, we've been in this situation. It's about the third time. Pep never, he always signs a small length and he always signs in November. He always goes into his last year. They certainly are superstar. Our smaller version, less Herb Jason Momo is like, I wish. Slightly older, slightly fatter, a lot fatter. Yes, Martin Blue Brother, hope all is good. Martin, you look hungover. Piss off you. Have you seen the sporting director we appointed? Don't, because I'm sick. The amount of women who were like, oh, ain't he beautiful? I couldn't give a crap what he looks like, personally. That's just me. Spot on, Michael. Spot on, mate. PD Prylock, how are you, mate? Thank you for the support. Again, Martin, I have to applaud your rant on Fridays. It's time the corrupt clown Richard Masters leaves the Premier League. Like I said, Pete, it's not enough. There's a lot more needs to come from it. I hope you're well as well, Nabil. Thank you. There you go. Little link over to that amazing quiz earlier from the Night 320 podcast gang. Martin Harlan said he wants to leave City and join PSG. Has there? Find me the quote, because he hasn't said that. Good to see you singing the blues. I'll try and become a regular in the show. Don't worry, mate. I appreciate it, Spartacus. Masters out. I'm loving it. You're all on fire tonight. Masters out. Over 15,000 have signed the petition. We're going to open the phone lines in 2 minutes when I get through saying hello to everyone. Simo Sups, how are you, mate? Hope you're well. MJG, window cleaning, good evening, mate. AK, as in, and has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. You are a legend, sir, as always, supporting on the channel. And then Kumar has also gifted another 5 memberships as well into the Mancunian Way membership. It is staggering how much the love you lot give. And Pep,
more than you believe. More than you believe, I'm happy.
There you go. Pep's happy. Happy enough to sign a new contract, though. We'll have to see. When's the next space? Probably tomorrow. Mate, it'll be tomorrow. I've got a channel meeting later on tonight. Just discuss a few things with the lads. Hello, Lee Gates. So will probably be one tomorrow. W's in the chat, though, for Kumar, AK, and AED, who's given, sorry, not AED, MCFC Dash and Bella as well, who have been so generous. And all of you who've smashed those likes, just even commenting, interacting in the chat is amazing. Helps your channel grow. Mancunian Way should have hit Costa Blue. Martin for manager. Don't think you can get a manager with a level 2. I think you got to have a bit more than a level 2, mate. Terry thinks the red cartel doesn't exist. Yeah, it amazes me how all of a sudden they're like, what red cartel's this? We didn't know. It's like, okay then. Of course you didn't. But yeah, you might want to talk about Grealish tonight scoring. Isn't it weird where Grealish in the midfield scores? Like, come on, Pep. Come on, Pep. Want to see Grealish in that middle? Could do it. Yeah, by the way, thank the person you have got the membership of. It is always nice. It's manners, it's kindness. Always thank that person as well. Spencer Mark, how are you? Good evening. Love you all. The cartel have no idea what the club gives to Manchester. The Americans not wanting to invest anything and wanting to use law. There you go. I'm going. I didn't get a shout out. I just plug your damn channel, you sod off. Pep's been telling mine it ain't looking good. Can someone find me the quotes then? Well, where are these quotes Pep's been talking? Oh right, I'm just looking at him now. I'm being the only coach to put Leicester to win the treble twice. I'm very good. And he's let's see my future. I still need to reflect, decide what I need to do. I'm becoming the next. Not true. I'm Manchester City manager. I'm not decided anything. Everything can happen. I don't get why that's changed anything. Has that changed something? Oh, hang on. Oh, no, I don't want that on. I'll get copywritten. I don't know if don't think that's changed anything, LB, to be honest with you, mate. It's my personal point of view. If he doesn't stay in. But I've been told he's likely to be staying. Now, obviously, nothing's ever 100%. Things can change. And I still think it'll be hammering anyway. It'll come in. So we'll see. We will see. There'll be a decision soon. Tell you that. I'll be amazed if City go into January and there's no decision. I think by November we'll know. Evening, Richo. How are you, mate? Hope you are well. I'm just trying to catch up with everyone. There's so many of you all. You're all legends. Just realised you have not played the Pep thing for membership. Yeah, I was doing it for everyone. Otherwise, we'll just be stopping, starting. So I'll do them in batches, mate. But thank you for reminding me. We will offer Masters a cleaning job at the Ayad. Elna show the frauds reported the Haaland news. Yeah. It's crazy. Yes, that's Mike. Just hope I've not missed much. No, we've not even started yet, Ryan. We will going to open the lines in about 2 minutes when I get through everything because there's so many of you on. And I want to, you've given the time to type. I want to give the time to say hello. There you go, Spencer. I love that. Saying thank you to people who you have got a membership of. Don't think played central, played more central than he has. Is my point, Spartacus. When he's let off the reins, he cooks. This is my point. He is let off the reins, he cooks. He really, really does. And I want to see Jack in that role. I want to see Jack being given more of a freedom. Harry Kane, on the other hand, yeah. Must be a coincidence. Some red clubs don't always suggest to support rules. Let's have a look. Not Michael, but Michelle. I've got a feeling it's going to be hammering. I just think it'll be hammering. There's a reason this guy's coming. There's a reason Hugo Viana's coming, mate. Has to be. Someone said there's been a report from South America that apparently Haaland said he wants to go to PSG. The quote, I did hear a quote, someone saying he does know his next plan. The next plan is to potentially sign an extension at Manchester City Football Club. Pep ain't going to England. Yeah, I could have told you that. Looking in from Portable, keeping up with all things legal. Scorching day today. Great stream the other night by LB, was on fire. Just make sure he doesn't get himself in trouble. Jack Grealish is the 10 needed. The guy's free roam with tennis constrained on a touchline winger. Do you think we'll go for Zubermenda in January? Yes, I do. Hi, DC. Hello there. Luke, Not in My Lifetime podcast. Get over there. Show the lads a lot of love as well. We love the channel, Mark, just a new member, but I blew a 40 years from Ben Chill and January. You and LB and the usual panel are the real legends. No, you lot are the real legends, Ander, and always will be. We are just faces who talk. You are the real legends. And I will always say that. Always say that. You guys are the legends. Without you people, there are no channels. And every content creator will always tell you that. Right. What I'm going to do is now, I am going to pop in the link. And I'm going to pin it. So if you want to come in and start speaking, speak about whatever you want, whether you do think it is Pep's last hurrah, when I can just try and pin it. I'm going to try and keep up with it. Where is it? Where is it? Where's it gone? There it is. Let me pin it. It's going too damn summer. There you go. Right. It's pinned now. So at the top of your show now, you can come in and you can have a chat. FIFA, thank you so much. You don't need to do that. I know you did it, Owen Andes, and appreciate it, mate. We don't do it for that, but it is greatly appreciated. We do it because we want to look after people. Thank you for the email. Much appreciated. Thank you, Martin and Andy. A lot. Top lads. Always will be, mate. Always, always will be. Promise you that, mate. I am a legend. I always am a legend. You stop crying now, little bitch. Right, I'm going to bring in AK first. Good evening, mate. How are you?
I'm good, Martin. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Quite weak.
Yeah, what can I say? We actually took the Premier League to the cleaners. We won the APT case. We won the Associated Party Transfers case. Richard Masters is on his knees. He knows what's coming. I can't wait for it.
But what do you think will happen? Yo, man, what do you think will happen?
I mean, for me, I've actually been, for me being a loyal supporter of this club, I know that we are innocent, and they will try any stunt to bring us down. But the Premier League and the Red Cartel can hold that L emphatically.
So when you say hold the L, which I agree with, I do agree with that. Who are you sort of blaming for this? Is it the media? Is it the Premier League? What? And also, I'm going to ask everyone this question: what do you see next happening? Where do you see it going?
After the verdict from the APT case, yeah, all the Red Cartel clubs are now forced to pay us our legal fees. Richard Masters, the the ugly bastard who is trying to ruin our club's credibility with 115 and all that goddamn nonsense for years. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's the Premier League and the media.
Okay. Well, like Fraser says, the government will regulate it. It depends because there is a law from UEFA that they can't get involved too much in sport.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure the UK government will get involved.
No, I don't think so.
Because I know that is a rule because with UEFA, they did say, I think it was last year, they said that couldn't happen. Politics and football need to stay apart, I think was the line.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, I was just watching the City women's game. Yeah,
Yep.
we
2-1
beat
win.
we beat the bin dippers. We beat the bin dippers again.
We beat them. The women are doing fantastic. I think they'll go on and win the league. Could they even do a double? I don't know. That's up to the girls to get it done. But they are looking on fire at the minute. Absolutely on fire.
And yeah, again, Bunny once again proves why she's our best women's player of all time. Bunny Shaw.
Yeah. She got the female player of the year last season. It wasn't the best win, I will say, but goals obviously from both Bunny Shaw, from Lauren Hemp and Leia. Obviously, Liverpool had taken the lead. Because I'd only watched parts of the game, Liverpool were dominating. I won't lie, they were dominating parts of it. But I thought City grew and grew and grew into the game. And I thought it was such a mature performance from us, especially at Anfield. Hey, maybe the men need to learn how to play at Anfield like that.
Exactly. I mean, like the men's team seriously needs to learn how to actually win against the bin dippers, because Martin, whenever we go to Anfield, we usually come out with a draw. I don't know why.
I think it's an arrangement we have with them. I think it's one of them. City don't win at Anfield, and they don't win at the Etihad. I think we've got this really weird arrangement at the moment. I don't know what's going on with it, but no. What do you think of Hugo Viana, confirmed now as the new chief exec to Manchester City from January?
I mean, I don't watch much of the Portuguese league, but yeah, I mean, I know that Sporting, being one of the most well-run clubs in the Portuguese league, I would say it's a good step. It's a good decision and a good replacement for Tiki, who I will actually miss Tiki. I will actually miss him because for all the contributions and the work that he's done at the club. Seriously, I mean Tiki, he bought in Ruben Diaz. Since Pep came in, he bought in Ruben Diaz, he got in Edison, he got in Akanji, Bernardo, Rodri, then Haaland, all of our main players who are actually treble winners right now. So I have to say this. Thank you, Tiki, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you.
No, I'm totally with you. I think he's been an amazing person. Yeah, has he made errors? Could he have splashed out a bit more? But there's a way City do things, and whether that changes is for what we have to view. We have to view and see moving forward. We will see that. But for me, I think he's done a marvelous job. I think he deserves all the plaudits he's going to get on the way out. Doesn't matter what Labour want, mate, because the Labour can't dictate on the sport. And would
They
you want
can't. They
Labour to?
can't. They can't.
Would you want
And
Labour to as well, Fraser, by the way?
Martin. I want to say this one thing about Tiki. Yeah, about Tiki, we actually had a very smart scout in our hands. We actually had a very smart person in our board who knew what players to get. He knew what players we needed to get. He knew what we need, and I just wish him nothing but the best. I wish him all the best for wherever he goes.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you. I am totally with you. Is there anything you want to add, AK? Because I know you're on every show and it is amazing when you come on.
Yeah, I mean,
And by the way, thank you for such your generosity on the channel all the time. Honestly, mate.
Martin, I'm a community man. I serve the community.
No, I appreciate that, mate. I do appreciate that. But is there anything you want to add just before we move on to the next caller, mate?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say this. I mean, yeah. What a good week for the Blues. I mean, yeah, huge. I mean, it's a significant victory in the APT case. We are mudding the Red Cartel. We are mudding the Premier League. I hope they actually realize what they've done. And seriously, F the Red Cartel.
Yeah. Well, thank you, mate, for coming on. You are a legend as always. Always welcome, AK.
Oh yeah, and Martin, before you move into the next caller, I'm gonna say this. You mutants, yeah, for all of you who've been spamming 115 on this channel, on LB's channel, come outside right now. Meet me face to face. I will cook you.
Where
are all the 115 spammers now? Where are all they now? Come out. Come out.
Well, you won't find them, mate. They're all crying.
Yeah, I hope they do. And before I leave, I'm gonna get them 115 tissues. They can keep shedding 115 tears for all I know. Seriously. Give them actually just give them 115 tissues. I don't give a toss.
Yeah.
I need the tears. No. I need the tears. That's all I need.
Yeah. And like Blue House said, 20 trophies since Cheeky's been with us. Outstanding. Outstanding. But anyway, AK, thank you so much, mate. You are a legend. Thank you so much. Take care. We'll see you on the next one, mate.
All right, Martin, and cheers, man. Take care, yeah, and have a
big
good,
have
a good week ahead.
Cheers, mate. Big up AK in the chat, everyone. I was going to do this. Bella has also now gifted another 5 memberships. Thank you so much, mate. You really are making our old man better happy and the community better happy. But most importantly, you made Pep happy.
More than you believe. More than you believe I'm happy.
Just before I bring in PK as our next caller, Jonathan has asked, dumb question probably, but could the EFL end up running the league once again? Probably not, no. Because the Premier League is a different league with different rules and different members, mate. That's why, so God knows what. Yeah. But what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in PK now. PK, good evening, mate. How are you?
Good evening, Martin. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah, not bad, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm a little bit under the weather, but yeah, doing good.
Congratulations on winning the
Otherwise,
quiz earlier on 9320 podcast.
thanks, Martin. Thanks.
Oh, Pat's joined us as well.
Oh, hello, man. Thanks for having me on the show.
This soft dickhead. Anyway, say hello to PK, I guess.
PK, how are you, brother? You good?
For me, so I didn't ask
I
anyone.
have that.
Yeah,
How
good
are you
stuff,
doing?
mate. Yeah, good, mate. Good.
Right, so before Pat says anything, no one, I told them all this was happening. Nobody's ever come back to me and said, you know what, I'll co-host with you. And then, so what can I do?
I think maybe being a guest, I might be able to get my point across a bit easier.
Right, PK, what do you think? Obviously, the week that was Manchester City, mate.
Yeah. To be fair, like I've been hearing many people saying, of course, like the way the Premier League has been run by, especially like, I mean, it has been run by Richard Masters, but of course, he's not the one, right? He's just a puppet. So as long as we are not able to get other clubs to understand what actually is going on, I don't think there's any point in firing him, like making him step down, because even if he goes, someone else like equally incompetent will come. So that's one thing I wanted to say actually.
Yeah, well, I was always going to ask that. Is that the worry that are we just going to end up with idiots in charge anyway? What is going to change?
I don't think anything's gonna change if you get rid of this Masters guy. Okay, they will bring someone else who is just a tiny puppet of the three red clubs basically. Unless we get other clubs, smaller clubs, or like the clubs who are ambitious enough, who have owners who want to get their clubs to the level of City or others, that they want them to progress, there's no point in getting rid of the puppet basically.
True. So, what would you do then? What would be your,
Basically,
like I said, I know it's a hard question to ask.
yeah, definitely. Like City needs to send further notices to other clubs. Like they need to send notices to 19 clubs, but of course they need to get some of the clubs to agree on what City is doing basically. But they need to understand what City wants to do is actually helpful for the league, not what the Red Cartel wants basically. There's no other way to make the league better actually.
It has. I mean, what's your thoughts on Hugo Viana? That's now confirmed. He's in. He's our new boss.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard about mixed reviews. Even LB mentioned it in his shows that prior to appointing Amorim as the manager, his job was not that good actually. But as we say, right, he just retired 6, 7 years ago as a footballer, right? So he's learning on the job. So City's hierarchy must have seen something in him to hire him, right? So I think he'll do a good job. And moreover, there will be so many financial constraints in a club like Sporting, right? So in City, he'll have the freedom to spend those high amount of money wisely. So I think he'll be a success for us.
Pat? What do you think, Hugo? 'Cause we've not asked you yet because you've been MIA for the last week.
Yeah, just patiently waiting my turn. But look,
Just letting us all down at the last minute.
I'll get to you on that, by the way. Because being Martin, this isn't far off from a kangaroo court, no pun intended. But look, I am curious to see what Hugo Viana brings. Only 41 years old. Chief of operations coming in to see if anything changes really from what Cheeky, has instilled in the club and has become such a fabric, a part of the club and city for so many years. And that I like the idea of him coming in January and sort of bedding in, getting familiar with the operations of the club and things like that. If you go and have a look at it, a lot of the work that he's done with Amorim, especially given the way Sporting was maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, we heard their stories about, their ultras like raiding the training grounds and, raiding the training grounds and things like that. And now all of a sudden they're just becoming a dominant force in Portugal and, consistently at the top of the league from year in, year out. Then obviously there's got to be some sort of a strong partnership happening between Viana and Amorim. And, people are now, speculating that, they think it's only a matter of time before Amorim goes on to a bigger club, just the same way Viana's done. So I'm excited to see exactly what happens. I also think being only 41 years of age, I think he'll have with all due respect to Cheeky, may have a little bit more of a grip on sort of modern day football and modern day players in a way. But I am excited to see just how much him and Pep are willing to interact about what players they want, because I think we all speculate as to whether we think every signing is more of a Cheeky signing or more of a Pep signing. I'd be curious to see what happens there, if it's going to be more, if it's just going to be a level playing field or if it's going to be one or the other. But I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. I think his footballing pedigree is very, very strong as well. Anybody of basically mine or Martin's age and beyond will know Viana was a solid player at Newcastle during his time there. So the guy will have his he's well versed in the Premier League anyway, so I could see him transitioning into life in England again very, very quickly.
Yeah. What I'm going to do, Pat, I'm going to remove you so you're no longer a guest. Come back in on the link, and then you've got the privileges. If that makes sense.
Okay. Well, that's the longest response I've had this year, so I kind of enjoy it right now.
No, I know I will. I just want to give you the privileges what you normally have, mate. Because at the moment we've got about 14 in the queue.
And what are they? And what privileges are they? What privileges are they? So you're gonna have to bring them around to me again.
I will do. Right, I'm going to remove you and you come back under the channel one, mate.
Okay. All right, man. Thanks.
Right, PK. If you could sum up Cheeky in one word, what would it be?
He was excellent for us. People who are criticizing him, I don't really understand their conscience, to be fair. He was really good. I don't see any other, bar Real Madrid, I don't see any other club performing better than us in the last, however many years Cheeky was there. Since 2012, I guess, right? Or 2013. Yeah. Even in terms of domestic performance, we have been far superior as compared to Real Madrid. So, yeah, we can say we have been the best run club in the last 20 years. 15 years, basically. And Cheeky.
No, I'm totally with you, mate. Totally with you. Right. PK, we are going to, because we're now getting a full thing and there's loads waiting, mate. I want to say thank you so much for coming on. Big up on winning your thing again. I'm winning earlier on. Andy will send that to you. Make sure you send him your address. He'll send that prize to you, mate. So big up yourself. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks, Martin. Thanks for having me. Thanks, Pat.
Take care, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, PK. See you, mate.
Bye-bye.
I'm just going to let you know, just for now, nobody else come in. We're at max 10. I'm going to rifle through as many as I can get because you're all legends, every single one of you. And I want to give you a few minutes each so you all get on. Spartacus is next. Good evening, mate. How are you? Thank you.
Not bad.
So what do you want to talk about in the week that was?
Well, that's certainly a week that we had. What do you guys think about the Tiki going out and the Diana coming in? I didn't quite hear from you.
Pat, will you answer that?
A different, just a nice change, I think. Just certainly, obviously the age difference is a significant thing. So you wonder if maybe there might be a little bit of a generational sort of difference in outlook in how they see football or how they see the operations of football. But just given what Hugo Viana's done with in the last couple of seasons at Sporting with Amorim, it just shows that he's taken a very well-known club in Europe and turned them into, again, another dominant force in a respectable league in Portugal. So if he could take anything from what he's done at this time of Sporting and put it into City, I think we're in for some interesting few years ahead. But the thing I'm most curious about will be when it comes to future signings, how much of that influence will be Viana, or will Pep still have a say? Because we can only speculate as to how much our signings are more Pep signings or cheeky signings. So I'm just curious to see where it goes. I don't think we'll truly know how the operations of the club under Viana are going to be until about maybe 2026. Because let's be honest, up until next summer, the influence is still Cheeky's still going to have an influence in signings until he's out the door. So I think the looking at it, there's way more positives than there are negatives about it. So I think we just got to accept that he's coming through. He's got a strong pedigree. I feel like anybody who's trying to be critical of Viana is probably from a generation that never really knew him as a footballer, because he had a strong pedigree. He's well versed in his experiences in the Premier League. He played under Bobby Robson at Newcastle for a while, and the guy. Don't give me that look, Martin. I just said the exact same thing to PK. You're on mute. Keep it that way.
You're muted.
I was a garbage footballer. Don't tell me he was a great footballer. He was garbage. I watched.
So what? He would have been good. He would have been good enough to play for us.
Don't think because Bobby Robson signed him, it made him a legend. It didn't work. He didn't last 5 minutes in Newcastle.
Well, but personally, I think that most of the signings are actually probably going to be his signings, because we got to prepare to life after Pep now. Because at best, he's going to stay here for 2 more years. We got to start a transition, because the way that Pep plays is very different from the way the other managers play. So we can't go with like a midfield of Bernardo, Rodri, and fold into some other manager. I don't think he's going to be able to take as much out of those players as Pep does. So we got to start moving on a different direction and having a little bit of a thinking about who's gonna bring it, who are they gonna bring after Pep.
Sean C just actually asked my last question there. I thought if Viana's coming in now, would there be a possibility of Amorim in the future? And I'll put that to Martin as well as yourself, Spartacus.
Apparently, yes. I haven't seen much of him, to be honest. I'm not particularly big on Portuguese football, but I've heard from people that do watch it a lot that he's actually very good, and he's a very attacking-minded manager. And his principles are: how can I break your defense, and how can I surprise you with different things? So it's kind of in the same wavelength as Pep, but not as much, because he doesn't care as much about possession. He is a little bit of a transition guy, apparently. I'm not quite sure though.
Yeah, from what we hear, he does seem like to follow a lot of that mode of young progressive managers. So I think wherever he goes after Sporting will definitely be an upgrade. It'll be some other bigger club, whether it be in it could be Germany, Spain, England even. So I think the guy is not even close to reaching his ceiling as a manager. So if that means that he links up at some point with Viana again, it remains to be seen. But I think definitely within the next season or two, I think Amorim moves on from Sporting.
Yeah. And just one last thing, Martin. Next time you see you go to either the stream on Judge Mo's channel with the other Martin or with Hussan, please ask them one thing: how are you supposed to grow a club without public investment if you have to keep selling your best players to buy better players? And then at the same time, you got to improve more than the other teams who are already above you. That's quite literally impossible.
You want me to ask Hussam a sensible question and get a sensible answer back?
Well, shit.
No.
You're asking a lot.
Yeah,
give me
that's quite a hard one, isn't it?
Yeah. Spartacus having an argument with someone like Hussam is like playing chess with a pigeon.
Jesus.
At the end of the
pretty
day,
much.
at the end of the day, it's just going to knock over the piece of shit on the board and strut around like it just won the game.
I'll tell
Fair.
you what, look out for Tuesday night and Judge Mo. That's all I'm going to say.
Interesting.
Something will be
Interesting.
announced Tuesday night.
Interesting.
Virgin Media doing you favors there,
He's
Martin.
already announced it. Why'd you announce it? Why can't you wait till we get it set up and then you announce? Right, there is a City panel on Tuesday night that me and Mo have got set up.
Nice. Interesting. Very good. Very good.
And it is all City fans, nothing else.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. All right.
I think he's had enough for people saying he's an Arsenal fan.
I mean, he sure seems like one.
Well, exactly. So I think he wants to try it. But no, Spartacus, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You're a legend.
See you.
Thank
Thanks,
so
Spartacus. Glad to have you on.
Have a great stream, you guys.
Thanks, mate.
Dash, I'm going to arrive because Tone has come in and done a super chat, 199. Thank you so much, mate. No, you are the legend. And by the way, I'm going to invite Tone on and to stay on. So not only are you going to be speaking with me and Pat, you're probably going to be speaking with Tone, and I was going to try and get Andy on as well, but he's doing cups. He's doing cups. And then FIFA, honestly, mate, tonight, your generosity is mind-blowing, man. I've sent you the link anyway, Tone. Thank you for the 10 gifted members. You lot are on fire tonight, honestly. And then Belly, again, is now on 15 gifted memberships. You know, what's going on? You know, honestly, I bet Mark Fogg's in a minute, or Mark Harris. You'll be fighting with each other. Stop it. You're all legends. We don't do it for that. But thank you so much to FIFA, to Tone, and to Bella. You are all legends. And Pep is very, very happy.
More than you believe. More than you believe, I'm happy.
And then as I do that, Kathy comes in and becomes a brand new member as well. Thank you so, so much, Kathy. I will get the Pep one for you in a moment. I'm going to bring Dash in. Good evening, Dash. How are you, mate?
Yes, Martin, are you good? I'm
Yeah,
fine.
mate. How are
Hey,
you?
Tosh, how are you, mate?
Yeah, it's my first time on this channel, and just want to say, well, thank you very much for having me on, and yeah, let's get cracking.
Yeah. Glad to have you on, Dash, because we've had some good chats in other communities, mate. So yeah, good to finally have a verbal one with you.
Yeah, exactly, but yeah, I've
So
been
what
seeing
are
you
you talking
in
about?
chat a
You've
lot.
asked loads of questions, and you might as well ask me while we're on.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. What should I ask you, Martin? What do you think? What do you think about the? What should I ask you about the defense and attack and midfield throughout the entire season, ever since last year as well? Because what I've been seeing so far is that it's been fluctuating in terms of performances. So I want to have your view on that.
Say that again.
Yeah, I'll say it again. In terms of our performances so far in midfield, defense, attacking wise, ever since last season, do you think it's been fluctuating a lot more recently, or do you think it's been fine a lot more?
Our defense to me is exactly as it was last season. Because
What about the midfield? Sorry.
the midfield's definitely different because obviously we've lost Rodri, we've lost KDB. I think this season, I don't think the way we're playing at the minute has anything to do with no Rodri. I think it's to do with not having KDB. Losing KDB is a bigger issue for me than it is Rodri because, believe it or not, let's go back 4 weeks. We were waxing lyrical about 4 games on the bounce without Rodri and winning, and Kovacic was man of the match. The difference in that was we had KDB was putting balls through to Haaland and everyone else. Haaland disappears out, and that's when creativity drops to zero. Phil Foden's off the boil for reasons I won't go into because they are personal. So yeah, KDB's the bigger miss for me. I have heard he's fit and raring to go for Wolves. That will then be decided. I have been told he's fit for Wolves.
Yeah. I feel like as if when we look at our players in general, I just feel like as if some are misprofiled. So, for example, with Jack Grealish, when I see my Aston Villa, for example, he was normally a free roaming number 10. He drifts in on the left, right. He goes into tight spaces, creates chances, etc. I just don't understand why Pep will not put him in that 10 role for some reason. Because I know he likes him out on the left hand side for control, width, etc. And also, I'll probably say, even though I'm not his biggest fan at the moment, I know LB decides to not mention his name for performances in streams, the one of Bernardo Silva as well, because when you see him at Monaco, most of the time he was an advanced 8. Now I know he means also going to a touchline wing as well in periods, but he was also a lot more creative at Monaco. And yes, in 18-19, 22-23, 21-22, he was doing a lot of the business in attack. But I just see that his game has been a lot more, constrained, unlike others, because I feel like as if with KDB and Haaland, we're just so relying on them so much. I feel like we forgot our own freedom in attack, in the midfield, etc. So, yeah.
Where are you at with Viana? Because I have seen obviously some bits you've heard and you've read, but what is your feelings on it?
I'll be honest with you, I'm very surprised because I've been hearing for a long, long time that Cheeky successor will be Pep's brother, Pere Guardiola Girona. So when I heard this Viana guy from Sporting is suddenly the newest, what's it called? Upcoming successor to Tiki, I was a bit shocked because I never heard of the guy before in my life. And when I was searching him up, and just not just on YouTube about his profile, etc., before his career as a sporting director, but I also saw what he was doing in his early years. And what I found out is that he was a bit struggling at Sporting, probably because the structure wasn't there, and the fact that before Sporting won their first time in 19, 20 years, they're pretty much struggling to be a top contender in Portugal. Then when he appointed Amarin, I feel like as if everything just clicked with him in terms of the relationship between what he wanted, what Amarin wanted, then how they suit needs and demands, etc. Now on the play side of things, I was actually quite happy with what I heard on the play side of things because apparently he'll be able to connect a good load of players in sporting such as Human, what's it called, Gyökeres, etc. So I don't think there will be flaws at first at Tiki because at first with Tiki, the guy he made some questionable signs at first. I'll be honest. But then as the years gone by, his recruitment team just got better in terms of relation, identifying players. And then when Pep took over in 2016, I just felt like as if Tiki knew what to do and what tools to give to Pep. Now, yes, I'm not Tiki's biggest fan because I feel like he misses so much targets that we needed at the time, such as Koulibaly from from Napoli, for example, or Harry Kane from Tottenham. But then again, Harry Kane was that. But I wish he paid for an extra 15 million, 20 million, etc. But overall, I can't really be too spoiled by as a young fan because Tiki has obviously delivered the goods in his 12 year reign at City. So yeah, I can't really complain that much about the appointment. I hope we get a new manager start sorted. And yeah, let's get cracking with Iana.
Martin.
I think you're muted, Martin.
Yeah, he's talking through a drinking straw.
Yeah, he just.
Can you remind me? You're meant to be like.
We reminded you twice before I even mentioned the drinking straw.
Anyway,
Martin, you're in Mars right now. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
tell you what,
doesn't look good when you got two guests telling you what's wrong.
That was the
exactly.
most. 3. I've got Ed in the chat. That was the most sense I've ever made. Yeah, it was. We were told we had to keep it quiet. There's a few of us who knew. The Hugo Viana stuff came out of the blue, but it was that far done advanced. It wasn't a rumor. It was just as soon as the cheeky stuff got announced by Ornstein, I believe, originally put it out. Then the Viana stuff dropped instantly. It wasn't even a rumor. It was you going straight from that. You're going straight to Hugo Viana. He's starting in January and he's doing shadowing. I had a hint because I got told in January. Craig Party Time's in the chat, so we might be able to.
Pick up Craig as always.
But the original list we had for January got torn up at that part, and it got changed because Zubimendi was not as high up as he is right now. The idea wasn't going to go for a normal 6; it was going to go for a more versatile player. Barella was high, but they got told that he wants to stay more in Italy, come back maybe in the summer and have a look. So that got scrapped. Then this humour. Can't say this guy's name, Pat, and you're going to kill me for it.
Humland.
Hemorrhoid. I'm going to start calling him hemorrhoid soon. I don't know what to bloody call it. God knows we signed for us.
Who are you referring to?
Humland. The guy at
Yeah,
Sporting.
Humland.
Oh, Hoimland or something, yeah.
Hoimland.
Yeah, Hoimland. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Him and thingy are the two. Zubimendi. Zabaleta. You can tell I've been away for 5 days.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody.
So there you go. Craig's just putting in now. We need a change. Hugo brings change. Exactly. I mean, I'm just excited, Dash. I'm so excited. I think I'm hoping this gives Pep the incentive he needs to stay. I would hate for Pep and Cheeky to both leave at the same time. The decision is Pep's. He's agreed the deal. He's agreed the terms. It's now a family matter.
Yeah. On Pep. I've always been
his family.
Yeah, I've always been told about the family. The most important thing has ever been about 115. Listen, for me this year, I just accepted either he goes or stays. I don't mind either way because he gave so much to the club. And if Pep stays, great. I'll get the champagne bottle though. I'll get the Fosters, I'll get the lagers, etc. If he goes,
Fosters, mate.
Listen, Fosters for me is a limit for me right now. I'm going to the lagers soon, and I'm
We agree on a lot of things, mate. That's not one of them.
I know it's okay, but yeah, but I'm Pep. Listen, I don't mind what the fate is for Pep. For me, if he goes, I don't mind it because I don't want because you think about the Sir Ferguson situation where for over what 26 years he's been at the club and United, and when they ruined them because they got so used to him, or do you think it won't affect us because we have such a fantastic board within Caldoun who just controlling it from behind the scenes?
I think the plans have already been in motion for life without Pep for a couple of years already. City will have a list of who they would like to bring in, whether that's someone who can bring in a sort of culture that may be influenced by Pep, or maybe is a similar is a transition for the current players and the current backroom staff to transition from with life without Pep. I think they'll also have a list of potential managers or future managers based on who they want to sign, who those managers may want to sign as well. Because let's not forget, the club was talking to Pep for the best part of a year before he even came. So we'll have to take that into account as well too. But yeah, the club will be, never mind, like they talk about clubs having 5-year plans when a new manager comes in, like Klopp at Liverpool is a perfect example of that. I think the club will have a 5-year plan well before, Pep has even left. So I think the transition will be a lot easier. I think we've got the resources at our disposal to do it. I don't think the club will be in a position where, whatever new manager comes in, it's just going to be a massive slap in the face. It's like a huge shock to everybody that comes in. I think the transition will be smooth. We'll make sure it's smooth, because the fact is that we've seen what's happened down the street with them lot in Salford, and the last thing the club will want to do is fall into that trap again of just having this merry-go-round or this carousel of just managers coming in because there's a conflict of interest between what the club wants to do and where the club was at. So yeah, I think the club has an idea when Pep wants to go. I think Pep's probably given an idea of when he wants to go, and they've been prepping for this for many years already.
Yeah, perfect response.
Dash, I am going to move you on, mate, because there's loads in the queue, and I do apologise. Don't want to
Exactly.
come across as being rude, mate, but I've got 30 minutes before I have to move
Let him.
to LB's show because
That's
LB
fine, man.
delayed the stream for allow me to go on. So
Thank you very much.
to get going at half 10.
Yeah. Thank you, Pat.
No, we appreciate
Thank
that,
you.
mate.
Thank you
Cheers,
to the Supreme Leader, Kim John Martin. And yeah, like and subscribe. And yeah, peace out.
By the way,
Thank you very
you've all
much.
got a task. When you go to LB's tonight, you've got a task that you need to spam in his chat.
Oh.
I'll tell you all at the end. Yeah, I told you. I've already said earlier on, mate, he wasn't going to England. I don't know where that. Even for Manchester City live on TV. Hey, that'd be amazing. Right, I just need to do these, and then we're going to come to Mateus next. And then Ed and Kelsey. We might even get 2 on together. So everyone gets on. Cather has become a brand new member. I'm shocked at everyone tonight. Kumar has gifted 5. Belly then doubles down and gifts on to 20. Then Steve becomes a new member. Then Harambot renews his membership for 2 months and then gives 20 memberships.
Bloody hell.
We've had nearly 60 memberships tonight. Thank you so, so much. You guys are the true people of this channel. You people are the owners. You are what makes this channel go. And that's why we do it.
Big up yourselves.
Yeah, big up to every single person. Pat's happy, which means...
More than you believe. More than you believe, I'm happy.
And then Connor comes in for a renewing for the 5th month. I'm telling you now, we might have been doing it 4.5, but don't forget, at 4.5 or 5, we're giving away 2 Manchester City home tickets and a shirt of your choice. So you will go to the game with 2 tickets when we will pre-arrange it. Even we've got to wait a year for when, say, someone abroad and you're coming over, we'll get you 2 tickets and a shirt of your choice to go to that game in. Courtesy of the Mancunian way. And the second prize is you got to go and have a one-on-one date with Pat. Well, that could be a booby prize. Don't know.
DC comment.
Say yes, good evening. Thank you for being so patient, mate.
No, it's all right, bros. How are we?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
How are you?
Good, mate. Yeah.
I'm bored, man. Bored. Football, international break, and it's crap.
What are you bored?
Yeah, I managed to watch a bit of the England game. I watched like 20 minutes, and I was like, this is just horrible to watch. I
watched 20 minutes of it. I think I watched the Grealish goal cheered, realised I was Grealish's agent again, and thought, no, I better stop watching. Everyone will have a go at me.
I watched until Finland scored. I was like, made like 3-1, and I was like, nah, it's just painful to watch. Do you know when it's like there's no Premier League games, even Man City, it's just not enjoyable to watch, is it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
We've been trending for the past few days, so it's all right, isn't it?
I'm loving it. I'm loving this week.
Nah.
You know what? I went in and I thought we're going to have a quiet international week. Jesus, was I wrong?
Yeah. For me, it's been a bit mixed feeling because obviously, I don't know what's going on behind the scene. I know there's like these APT rules and court and whatnot, but I'm just a football fan. I'm not a lawyer. I just follow what the club said. The club was, I think, they released a statement that we've won and the things that we've challenged the Premier League for, which is I believe is a positive. So, but apart from that, I just want to get on football. Even think when it comes to things like 115, I try not to pay attention too much because at the end of the day, I trust the club. If there is something that we have to believe is what the clubs tell us, not what the media tell us. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. As a football fan, as a match-going fan, I just go to the games, back support the team as much as I can, and whatever's there, whatever's anything to do with with the court with 115. I just let the club deal with it.
Matthias, I get what you're saying, mate, because at the end of the day, that's how a club should be run, where it's like the players and the manager and the fans is the reason why we love the club. The backroom staff are what instill the trust in the club. And that's exactly how we should all feel right now when excuse me. So for me, like, you know, this has been a nice little breath of fresh air in a quite dour sort of international break. Let's just hope the next November break comes up. We're thinking, oh God, not another one. And then, you know, we find out that Pep's extended his contract for 2 years. So at the moment, I'm looking forward to international breaks, not because of the football, but because of what's happening behind the scenes at City. So it's not too bad now.
And we as I say, we as fans, there's so little we can do, but the only thing we can is support the team, because I remember a couple of seasons ago on the treble season when the 115 hit. I think it was like on New Year's, somewhere around that. Like
it was just before we played Aston Villa at home. It was just after we lost to Spurs. Spurs away.
And we as a fan, we got together and we were like right. Even Pep came out in the press conference and he was kind of trying to have a dig at the fans. Right, we need to get behind the team and all sorts. We as a fan just came together, and if that season, if you were going to the game, you see like a different atmosphere, especially in home games for Man City. It actually was better. We tried to get everything was involved, even in Champions League. I remember Bayern Munich at home, the place was just rocking. Liverpool at home, we were just there. Man United and etc. As I say, we as a fan, there's not much we can do in terms of legal cases, but whatever's going on the pitch, we play a big part on it. So that's what I'm focused on.
Yeah. To be honest, I think 115 lit a fire under us that season, and you know, even though an international break can kind of be, and it's the announcement of the APT during the international break can be a little bit anticlimactic going back into, you know, the domestic season. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how our fans react, not just at Wolves away, because you know we're raucous anyway when we're at any away match. But that first match at when Southampton come to the Etihad, I think the crowd will be up for it, given what's happened at APT. And the only time we'll see it go to another level is when that 115 is finally cleared. Fingers crossed it's cleared by the end of the season, because that would be fantastic. And I think the biggest mistake the Premier League could do was actually, if we are found not guilty of the 115, if they announce that before the end of the season, then I'm sorry, whether we're 5 points clear or we're 10 points clear or 10 points behind, that the club is going to go absolutely hell bells for the end of the season.
Yeah. It has to.
I would like a free season ticket, but that's me. Just going to listen. I know
you get like 40%. You get 40% off your season tickets.
Yeah, but Matthias, that's because he only sees 40% of the match.
You get like a disabled discount and all that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like 700.
Listen, I cannot be disabled. Bollocks, you disabled.
No. Right. Do you know, the thing is, I'm not sure about you guys, but I want that 115 to get resolved by the end of the year, only because this is just my opinion, but it started affecting the fans within the ground as well. You see, like after that Palace game last season when we drew like 2-2, the atmosphere in that ground when Palace scored that penalty, it was horrible. It was awful. Like fans start booing the players and Pep. Everything was from there. And whoever's in the chat, if you've been to the games this season, if we don't score, especially at home, if we don't score within the first 20 minutes, it's bad. Like you see fans start getting anxious and all that. They're not patient anymore. And I feel like whatever is happening off the field is starting affecting the fans in the ground as well, and the players. It's just what I'm seeing this season. I'm not sure about you, Mark.
A few of the matches I went to last season, I got the sense that you felt like the 115, just the atmosphere and the way sort of your fans were, carrying themselves. You do get the sense that you feel like they're carrying a little bit more weight on their shoulders, basically.
Do you know what it is with me?
And you just know that that first game back after 115 is cleared, because I do believe it will be cleared. you just know that there will just be
I'm waiting
that.
for Southampton. Bollocks, so they won't. I'm waiting for Southampton.
fair
Southampton are
enough.
going to be rocking after this week.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Can you imagine the Premier League anthem when we're at home against Southampton and that Premier League anthem gets wound out? Oh, yay!
Yeah.
By the way, Craig makes.
I think everybody will be pushing to get in the ground early so they can be there to do it.
And by the way, we've just got Hugo Viana. We've not got Billy and Ben from Bromley FC coming in to be our new chief executive, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
Are we really thinking that Manchester City, who could be playing Forest Green, etc., are going to go and get Hugo Viana, the Sporting Lisbon director of football? Is this what we're thinking? Come on. Do you not think Hugo Viana may ask a question when he signs the contract?
Yeah.
Oh, tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Come on. I think we've got to be a bit more. To me, the going ahead with thing, there is £195 million development going into the new facilities, new under 19s, new under 18s, new under 12 facilities.
So that's the thing, though. Me, I'm like yourself. I'm patient. I'm waiting until I'm as I say, whenever it's this legal case, I'm just cool with. I'm just waiting. But not many fans are like ourselves. Some fans are like, right, the club needs to give an update. They waiting for. Sorry, I mute myself. They want an update every week, especially when the media keeps spreading all this misinformation on a daily basis. And the best response from the club is just to stay silent. Obviously, the club is dealing with it, but some fans in the social media, especially on Twitter, they just want the club to be up to date on them every single day, whatever's going on, and it doesn't work like that. Do you know what I mean? But me and you, I'm
people
found.
are different. I get that. You know that people are so different and they act so different. And I do think there's a panic, and I do think there's a worry. And I understand. I understand it to be a worry, because when you're chucking up shit at a window, some of it sticks, and people worry about that. The trouble is, the media have done a piss poor job in explaining any of this to anyone. You go back to the CAS case, nobody explained the CAS case. Why, sadly, I had to spend 5 hours of my night reading 93 pages to understand it so I could explain it to everyone.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
Do that. The media should do their damn job, what they're paid for.
Yeah.
Because they're too much puppets and shills for everybody else, they won't do it. Because they don't get clicks and hits by that.
That's the thing, though. The fans listen to what the media says, not what the club has to say. For example, today I called out that guy from Football Terrace, Terry Flawless. He posted a video and he titled "Man City sued over 115," and I was like, mate, sorry, when did we get sued over 115? Oh no, there's this article which says if they found guilty, the Premier League teams possibly could sue Man City. Right? Okay, 1 minute. If they found guilty, maybe, possibly, but you title your video on your channel, which has over the like maybe 500,000 subscribers in there. Man City sued over 115. I know what you're doing there. I told him, right, I don't mind you doing this clickbait with Arsenal. Arsenal fans hate is a newness or Bakayo Saka hate. But when it comes to my club, I'll have to call it out, because you spreading misinformation about something that is not true just for you to get views. And a lot of City fans follow that channel. And obviously, when they see a title like that, they'll be worried. They'll be asking questions, because they don't know that they've been clickbaited. And when you watch the video, it's about the APT that we won in the court. Why your title, Man City's been sued over 115, when your video is nothing to do with your title? And a lot of people online, they just follow what the headline says, and it's affecting the fans, especially the Man City fans. I can see that in the ground every time I go to football matches. Sometimes I'm on South Stand. We just keep singing, but I look at all the stands around. People just there. If we don't score, within a half an hour, they start getting a bit shaky. They start getting a bit worried. I'm like, it's a game of football. We can score it any time. Do you know what I mean? Just get behind the team. And I feel like the club, with this Viana thing and with the outcome on APT, is a good news for the club. I feel with the Viana, I told Ton on the space over the week that we needed we need something fresh. Chick's been great for us, but the last 2 windows, it was poor. It was really, really poor. But however, overall, it's been brilliant for the club. And bringing Viana just gave us that freshness that the club needs. Obviously, the big question is what's happening to Pep. But I think we're going to have a Pep news within the next 6 weeks, because I feel like the club will tell Pep, right, you need to give us an answer before the end of the year, because the way we see the club likes to prepare things ahead. If Pep tells them within 6 months, right, I'm going, then the club will start preparing like for the next manager. If Pep says, right, I'm staying, then right, we just crack on. So I want Pep to stay, but if he is up to him. If he says, right, I need to go, then give us 6 months notice. That's just the way I see it.
Yeah. Well, Matthias, I think you made some great points. I am going to have to leave you there because I need to get Ed, Kelster, Damesh, and Luke on as well. Thank you so much for coming on.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Next time we'll do this, we'll make it probably a 2-hour show. I don't want to get
doing a show as well.
Because he's already calling me like a dictator of like North Korea and everything else.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's been listening to the chats all day. This one,
yeah. Nah, I'll join on his show. I'll watch for like half an hour, and I'm going to bed.
No, Matthias, thank you, mate. You're a legend. Big up, Matthias.
Thanks, Matthias. Good to meet you, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Take care.
Gonna bring in Ed. Should we do Ed? I'm gonna ask a question. Ed and Kelster, you all right coming on together, or do you want to come on separate?
Be awkward if you said separate now.
Yeah,
hello. I don't mind.
Kel, how are you, love? Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you again. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
The way you're loud and clear. Ed,
that's awesome. I've got half the preseason on. I've got half the preseason on with me now.
No, I need to ask Ed a serious question. I don't know. Are you in Florida, Kelster?
No, I'm in Nevada. So I'm on the West Coast.
I need to ask Ed, are you okay? I'm presuming because you're on here.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I was with family up north, like in northern part of Florida, for like a week because power's been out like since Wednesday, for me. So I just got back today.
Thoughts and prayers, mate. Outside.
Are you near Tampa or what part of Florida are you in?
I stay in Tampa. Yeah, I stay in Tampa.
Okay. Yeah, my best friend's her aunt and uncle live in outside of Tampa, and I was like, are they evacuating? But apparently they live on high ground, so it was okay.
Yeah.
And I'm friends with one of them on Facebook, and I didn't hear anything bad, so I'm assuming no news is good news.
So what
it was good.
We'll do ladies first because we are a chivalrous channel. Come on now, chivalry is still alive in 2024. No, Kelster, what do you think about anything you want to talk in particular, or just the week that has been Manchester City?
Well, I'm excited for the new the guy replacing Tiki because I'm gonna go with some tone energy here, and I'm gonna say he's very attractive. So gotta love that. No, I don't know anything about him, but I'm excited to find out. I'm very excited for. I mean, you got to change. I mean, you do have to change. Tiki definitely, he's getting up there, and he's done a great job. There is no replacing Tiki, but I'm excited for the new change. Really excited about the APT stuff, but getting very angry when I listen to Rivals shows and all they do is lie. So I have to just stop doing that. I'm just really bored. Like the other guy said earlier, very bored. I watched the USA game last night, but I'm not watching any of the European stuff because I get too nervous about injuries. USA game was pretty okay last night. First game for Poch. Yeah. I don't know. But just looking forward to next Sunday. Excited to see hopefully see Bernardo in the midfield because I don't particularly care for him on the wing this season. So what does anybody think of that?
I don't know. I
I
just
agree.
think the first thing with Wolves away is just the crowd after all the APT. I think our away fans, they're always up for any away game, but this one in particular, I think they'll be absolutely rocking. It doesn't matter what the score is at the Molineux, it will just be.
I just saw that, Jack. Trust me. He's only a couple years older than me, so I'm down for that. Yeah, I can start shipping that.
See what you've got
Yeah,
there,
yes.
you need to delete that other Twitter account you got, Tones. You've started something now.
I bloody have, mate. I tell you, it's on fire, that one. I don't know what to
Did
tell
you
you.
see Christina Hendricks'
Burner time.
Instagram today?
No, I'll go and have a look now.
Better go on there.
Yo, Tone on Twitter is ridiculous. Yo, Tone.
I don't personally mind it. My other half doesn't know I look at it yet, so I'm all right.
Well, I might meet her in a couple of weeks when I see you at the Etihad, mate.
You're
Might
putting your
accidentally
missus on
mention
it, though. That's what's even worse. You're putting Marie on it. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but it's only bloody few pictures, isn't it? And cry. Some people go.
Do you know what?
No, but no, I agree with some of the things you said, Kelster. I feel like, Bernardo definitely needs to be in the middle. I think, he's just getting older, and sometimes you just have to shift around when the players get older to where they can better fit into the team, right? I think, Jack Grealish just had a good game today. Maybe he starts against Wolves with form going. I mean, Doku had a good performance too as well. So that left is always going to be up for grabs. It's going to be up for grabs the whole year, in my opinion.
Jackie DNA, backhand.
I was just gonna say, I think we need Bernardo's legs in the midfield. I just don't think Gundogan can handle it as often as he's played. I don't think we expected him to play as much as he did, but
yeah, I don't.
Out of what we have available until January, I think Bernardo has the most legs. Well, okay, people that Pep will actually play because we know he's not going to play Nunes, unfortunately. There's your Alan shout out.
I just think the longer Bernardo plays out on the right, the more he's just going to get in Savio's way, and we shouldn't be denying Savio the chance to play a bit more game time because when he does, he's been absolutely fantastic. I think while we try to sort out this little, these minor issues with the, life, without Rodri sort of thing, I still always like the idea of Bernardo being in midfield because at the end of the day, he can still be that sort of roaming number 8 that can always drop back and just become an additional 6 and just a little bit extra coverage in that. Whenever I think of Bernardo in his best games, I think of, the 2-1 against Liverpool, where he covered something like 13 miles in a game or something like that. That's the Bernardo that I know. That's the Bernardo I love more than any other Bernardo we've seen play at City. So, so long as he's just constantly just being a pest, just being a little rover, just running around and just offering additional support to midfielders, and that's who I want to see play. It was interesting when he was out on the right. He had a really good sort of one-on-one sort of match against Robinson in Fulham. But I don't necessarily want to see that. It was annoying me as much as it was intriguing to watch. Yeah. I'd rather have him in there just being rapid and just offering assistance to midfielders. And maybe with KDB coming back, who knows, it might light a fire under him a little bit more. But until Kevin De Bruyne is back in full match fitness, then I think that's Bernardo's best role. And Savio just deserves more game time, in my opinion. The guy is absolutely chomping at the bit, ready to go.
Savio has a femur problem.
Like the bone in his leg? Oh, well, he's playing for Brazil. Oh.
So they're managing it. City are managing it. Okay. It's not a massive problem. It's just managing.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's getting the cotton wool treatment then.
But let me ask you guys, who would you guys prefer? Would you guys want Zubamendi or would you guys want the player from Sporting?
Both. Midfield needs revamp next summer. The midfield needs completely and utterly ripped out.
And Rodri's injury is bringing our summer business, part of our summer business, forward 6 months.
I don't think we're getting both.
That's how it is.
We're getting both. Why? Bernardo goes, Kovacic goes, Nunes goes.
Bernardo goes?
Whoa.
Not in January. Not in January.
You're sounding
January, though. We're talking about January. I think you're jumping the gun here.
Oh, no, it's what January. Right. I thought you were jumping ahead. January, I think it'll just be, I think Zubimendi +1.
Okay, so you leaning more Zubimendi now. Okay.
Does that mean that maybe Rodri comes back as an 8? If we get a 6?
I'll be happy if the old Rodri comes back
You've been
at all.
listening to my spaces at night.
No, I always miss your spaces because you don't record them, and I never listen to them live.
No, I know, and I need to get to some I can record. It depends what news I'm putting out. I get told them
The only ones I can hear are the tone ones because he records them.
I've been told that could be the plan of Rodri becoming the 8. I don't know if you've heard anything on that, Tom.
No. But I don't think Zubimendi will happen. I don't know why. I don't know. It just doesn't. There's something about that one that I just don't see happening.
Too easy. Does it seem too easy?
Too much of a one-trick pony. It's just a straight old-fashioned number 6.
Match say done deal, sealed, delivered.
Give him a chance at the 10.
Yeah. City tend to buy versatile players. I'm not sure Zubimendi is that, or that they can build into a versatile player. I don't know. There's just something about that one. Look, they'll probably go and buy him on Jan the 1st, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Tone said," but it's just my view. I don't see it. I just don't see that one happening.
What about the Ricci guy? Because he had quotes yesterday saying that his coach sends him videos of Rodri, so he could already be preparing.
They're definitely interested in him. That's for sure.
I just don't believe that. I don't believe that, Craig. I don't fully believe it.
See, I
don't believe he's going to stay.
He's playing for Spain at the moment. Of course, he's going to talk pro-Spain stuff.
Oh, don't get me started on Ederson.
Yeah, the guy they wanted was this. They wanted Barella, but he won't leave bloody Italy.
Yeah, just Martin, I was text you earlier just to say, I'll come on to say that, Pep undecided at the moment. Nothing, just purely what I've been told. You know who's told me. Don't say on here, please. But you know who's told me. You know it's come from a good
No
place.
idea who you mean.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And it's come from a good place. And he is undecided at the moment. It really could go either way with Pep, but we should know, I'd imagine.
You know why I'm confident? Because I got told Pep had a massive say in Hugo Viana.
Yes.
Why would he have such a massive say if he was leaving?
Yeah, maybe, but he probably would have a say anyway. Like I said with you and. No, it wasn't you, was it? You weren't on the Friday show. You were skiving the Friday show, weren't you? I think Pep would have a say anyway.
Not as big a say as he's had. Apparently, he's had a huge say in it.
Oh, okay. Well,
here's a thought I have about Viana, which just occurred to me. And it's more looking more along the lines of not necessarily maybe his sort of philosophy of football, but maybe the influence or basically sort of what the trend is in Portuguese football and what it has been for a few years now. Portuguese football has been known for quite a few years now as a combination of scouting the new and upcoming young talents and being shrewd with business in terms of signing veteran players. Maybe second to Germany. I think Portugal is up there in terms of scouting young, really young, raw, developing talent. We see some of the young talent that's come through at Benfica. See the young talent that's come through at Porto and what's coming through at the moment now with Sporting Lisbon. With Viana coming in, I think with his experience and the people around him too, he would have had a very good scouting team at Sporting as well. So he would have had a lot of influence there, and combination of coming to City, so he'll have a lot of resources at his disposal as well too. I feel like with Viana, we may see as many good young signings come through City as we will the big marquee players as well too. So as time goes on, we may find the next KDB, whether it be in the form of Florian Wirtz, whether it be in the form of Musiala. I'm not saying they're like for like, but someone of that sort of status or what can be that future status. But at the same time too, we may start seeing more Manuel Akanji signings as well too. Only costing several million, but then coming in and being a huge influence in the club and being a very, very successful player based on what we pay for in terms of a transfer fee. So that's another reason why I'm optimistic as well too. We may go down that avenue of actually finding the next series of young superstars as much as we will, dabbling into the war chest every summer. So I'm really excited to see. I'm really excited to see what happens. It'd be no different if we brought in someone from operations who might be from, say, like from Borussia Dortmund, for example. Just which is a club that prides itself on its scouting and success of scouting young talent.
Yeah,
So
because
I'm excited.
300
I'm just excited
Go
to
on.
see what happens with it.
Yeah, because you have 300 million transfer budget or whatever it is, doesn't mean you have to spend it, as they proved last summer. There's money there. They just didn't. They felt they didn't need to spend it, and they may
Yep.
go down that route. And why not? You'd look at the players there for 20 mil. Why spend 150?
You know what I know.
I know what that meant.
No, but I do like the hire of him. I like that. I also like that he's a former player, so he can speak to that perspective as well, while he's in negotiations, because he's been through that role in his career as well. I also like he's been in the Premier League. He was over here. He lived here before. He knows about the people from a certain perspective too, so he can adapt quickly. So yeah, man, I think it's a good hire.
Yeah.
Would you guys want? How'd you guys feel if Amaran came in after Pep?
Amaran, I'd be happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same.
I don't know enough about him, but why not?
Well, he's
if you like Hugo Vianney, you'll like Amaran.
I gotta look this guy up. Sorry, number one on my list is Xabi Alonso, because I've been crushing on that guy since 2008, 2009. Yeah. Guy just gets better every year. Ooh. This is why I got into the sport.
This is worse than my other account, Martin. Bloody hell, this is
Sounds
new
like my
level.
other half with Pep Guardiola. This right. Anyway, Ed, Kels, thank you. We've got Demesh and Luke. They will be the final two. Otherwise, LB is going to be ringing me, going, "Why are you overrunning?" I promise you, we'll do it next time and we'll make it a lot longer. What we'll do next time is me and LB will communicate, so we're not on at the exact same time. Promise you, we'll make sure that happens. That wasn't the plan. But honestly, Kelsey, people say Alonso's double.
No, he's not.
You look
Alonso
like
still has hair.
You look like a boiled egg.
Oh God!
You be quiet, you. Right.
Look like Uncle Fester's stunt double.
I promise I can actually talk ball.
Kelsey, thank you for coming on. Ed, stay safe. Everyone, honestly, you legends. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks, Kel. Thanks, Ed.
I'm glad it finally
See you
worked,
soon.
even though I'm working, but it's okay.
No,
Yeah,
anytime. Thank you.
See you soon.
Take care.
We're going to have Luke, Not in My Lifetime podcast, and a match
I'll get it.
together.
Go ahead.
The final two of you, thank you, by the way. I apologize. You've waited so long. Thank you for your patience. It's been a busy one tonight. It's been a busy week.
Yeah, God, yeah, it's been a nightmare.
I haven't even done the sponsorship tonight.
He's meant to be quiet this 2 weeks. It's meant to be
Oh,
a
no.
nice little break.
No, never is this club. Never is.
Go on, lads. Right, I will be honest. Demesh and Luke, we are only going to do 5 more minutes, but you can also go on to LB as well. And
Yep.
if you want, let me know. I'll speak with LB and I'll get you two on first over there.
Cool, no worries.
So I do
Look at that,
apologize.
look. Martin
Okay.
throwing his power around there. Oh, yeah, I'll
What
get
power?
you. Yeah, you got
Control
power.
of the masses.
That looks evil. Demesh, what do you think? Come on. What week it's been?
Hello everyone, you can hear me okay?
Yeah,
Lovely, Dash.
clear, mate,
Yeah.
as always.
Yeah, good. Like this week, I think it's been great for City, not just for City, but also for changing the opinion around City. And like it has been very crucial because a lot of the people who had this thought that all City did was wrong. So I think the opinion is starting to change. And I'm really happy to see City's stance on the things, which is quite straightforward, blunt, as Khaldun said in his previous interview as well. When things and information starts to come out, we will be very blunt. And City's reaction to Premier League's reaction, that Premier League saying that they still won the case, City's reaction was very blunt, and I think that's the right way to go because I think previously in your stream and in LB's stream as well, we have discussed like what do we want if we win in 115 case? Do we want to be quiet? Do we want to be against the Premier League, and I'm in the opinion we have to do something against the Premier League to show that you just can't put these allegations and expect we will not do anything else. So I think I'm also very happy with with the response that City gave.
Luke, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's been a good response from City. I've been impressed with how we've handled everything and sort of retaken it to the league. Although, I'll be honest with you, watching the media and when they've reacted to their shitty articles and their headlines that are just ridiculously over the top and obviously in favour of the Premier League is just mental. And then you see the absolute change and switch around from some of them because they know they're in the wrong. Just shows how bad the media is in this country, really, doesn't it? It's always the same. When it comes to City, anything like that, they always have to go with the actual, the red cartel side of it rather than anything else. And I just find it just hilarious how it's always been the case for years, but just the way this week's really shown how bad it really is. But big ups to the club though for sort of standing their ground on it.
Yeah, I agree. I think the media have been. I think LB said it perfect during the week. I genuinely think the media have done a piss poor job.
As per that won't surprise anyone. But tomorrow, the Premier League is supposed to be updating all 20 clubs on discussions over the weekend. And then Thursday is the emergency meeting, which is taking place a week after the emergency, which is bizarre to me. So we might hear some more stuff around Thursday, which would be interesting.
I still don't see how it works because, like I said earlier on, you've got EFL clubs that are going to want to ask questions on this. Because you've still got 3 clubs going up and 3 clubs coming down, and you're going to get 3 clubs voting on something they're not really going to be involved in.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have 3 clubs that are going to come up that are not going to get involved in this vote.
Yeah.
But they're going to be waltzing into the Premier League on rules they've not even voted on.
Yeah, but I was saying to you and LB earlier, if City blow up the Premier League, everyone will end up in the Championship anyway.
I don't know why people are honest and go, you know what, we want Super League. Just be honest.
Yeah.
I know where this is going. Everyone, LB thinks I'm crazy for it, but honestly, I think this is where we end up. I don't see a resolution where all these clubs get on the same side and they all go, Papa. Because Arsenal, United, and Liverpool are never going to be happy with anything City side.
Nope.
City, Newcastle, and Chelsea and all them are not going to be happy with any of those sides. You can't have a government run one now because of the UEFA rule that's come in. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I think they'd have got away with it, but because of the rule that the UEFA's put in now,
I
don't know how to get around that.
You're never going to make everybody happy. It's to the extent that they're unhappy. There's always going to be ways and means. The problem is it's so sided towards certain clubs at the moment is why it's kicked off. I don't know how it's going to end up. We may not have to worry about it if we're relegated 5 divisions anyway, so I won't worry too much, to be honest.
Well, look at the Champions League, Europa League though. Like, look at the way that it's set up that as a league system, right? It's literally the format of what's the Super League anyway. So I guarantee you, Perez, Laporta, and that who were behind that Super League, thinking, well, if this works perfectly, then we'll go with it again. So it wouldn't surprise me in a couple of years' time if that starts. I'm hyping up again. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
It's mad. Right. I know it's short and sweet, gentlemen. I am going to have to leave it there. I apologise. The next time we do it, Luke, you know you're always welcome on. Just send me a message, mate. The message same with you. Next time we do one, you two are first in the queue anyway. And if you want me to speak with LB, I can get you on there first now. Well, let me know. But honestly, sort it out, you are legends, Peria. And you've sat there and waited for 45 minutes and I put you in for 5, and I just apologise.
It's fine.
Really do.
Have a go at him, lads.
No problem, Martin. Yeah.
No, you're legends. Thank you so much. Thank you. And apologies, it's short and sweet. Belly, you are a naughty boy. You really are. You gifted another 12 memberships. What are you doing? Are you pissed? Don't be sending me messages tomorrow saying you want that under kid back. No, honestly, mate, you're a legend. And then Andy Fowler, $4.99 from Miller. Can't find out to give subs. I'll work it out. Belly, you're an effing beast. And he is, as everyone is. And Pet, there he is.
More than you believe. More than you believe I'm happy.
I think you have to be on. I think you have to be on the desktop version, don't you, to do the memberships and stuff? Because I think I had to work that out. I couldn't work out how to do it.
I think you can do it
So
on
if
the
you're-
app now. I think you can.
Oh,
I'm
can
not
you?
sure. I think you can now. Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, you can do on the app. Yeah.
Tell you what we'll say. Tell you what. Look at this for the prize, by the way. So someone messaged me earlier on and went, a cover six, man. Yeah. Honestly, that was
Really?
true. Someone put in a tweet, cover sheet shirt. No thanks. But football prizes have done it again. Win the match one shirt from Ipswich Town. Fulham, where we beat Fulham 3-2 by 2-goal hero Mateo Kovacic. It is the shirt he wore in that game, signed in a frame. You get to win it. Also, a Ruben Diaz signed shirt that's not framed, but also you can win signed 15 instant win prizes, including 2 hospitality tickets to City versus Southampton coming up. I don't know where the hospitality will be, but it will be mega hospitality because it's Manchester City hospitality. Lines are open now. You can get your tickets right up until Thursday, the 17th of October, 2024. 16th of October, the Wednesday till 7:30 p.m. The live draw is on Thursday, the 17th of October at 12 p.m. The link is in the community page. It's on our Instagram. It is also on our Twitter and is there as well. It is a mega, mega prize. And football prizes, they won't mind me saying it, but they are the dog's bollocks when it comes to these sort of things. No, they are. They literally bend over backwards and give you a load of stuff.
Look, I'm all for it, Martin, but I do just want to bring up, you said Kovacic was leaving 10 minutes ago, so who's going to want that bloody shirt signed and stuff?
Memories, mate. Memories. Also, 9320 Pubcast, Savage on onlinestores.co.uk. They're doing mega merch at the minute. Get over there. Mega merch. Top stuff. Savage Online Stores are doing .co.uk. And also, it's true, the 5K giveaway will be huge on this channel. 2 Manchester City tickets for the home game of your choice. This is not UK only. Football prizes is. We're not. Anytime, it can be this season or next season or whenever you get over here, we will get you 2 home tickets and a shirt to go with it as our 5K giveaway. The booby prize is going spending a week with Alan. Sorry, I've got to have one.
Oh, it took the pressure off me then. Thank you.
No, you're the second prize. You're like runner up. Alan's the frigging booby prize. No, but honestly, I want to thank Tone, Pat for helping me co-host tonight, and then Luke and Damesh. Everyone who's been on, you are legends, each and every one of you. We will be back on Tuesday. No, we won't. Tuesday, we're on Judge Mo. Scrap that. Was a surprise. Tone read that earlier. Massive QT show tonight. So we'll be back Thursday on ours, but we may do a main road days in between. We'll see. But if any news breaks, we will come and do a show. We might do a space as well in the week. Yeah, right. Yeah. Thumbs up. Yeah, we're doing a space.
Yeah. We're there.
Doing a space. And also, we're about to go into a meeting to discuss something maybe about the Mancunian Way's future. I'll have to come back and ask you lot guys about it. Look at Pat now. He's like, But anyway, you're all legends. Take care. This is going to lead you straight to LB, his phoning show. Take care, all.